By exhibiting the original birth announcement of a second son, Eugenie demonstrated that Archie's personal paper was a forgery. In October, Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank will commemorate their 5th wedding anniversary. The joyful parents of 2 kids, August and Ernest Brooksbank, are Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank. Eugenie shared the first adorable pictures of a baby boy and his older brother after the couple welcomed baby Ernest in May. At 7 pounds and 1 ounces, George Ronnie Brooksbank came on May 30th. The princess delightedly shared a picture of her adorable little boy. The lovely photo showed a baby sleeping soundly in a comfortable Moses basket that was topped with a blue and white knit hat. Just last night, a picture of a birth announcement bearing George Ronnie Brooksbank's name was leaked on the social media site Twitter. However, the picture was quickly taken down from the site. However, before the post totally vanished, it generated a significant discussion area for royal finances. Many people contrast Archie, Meghan, and Harry's child with Ronnie Brooksbank's paper. People's perceptions are still very clouded by this tragedy. The fact that the Queen didn't sign Archie's birth announcement indicates that it contained information to which she objected. The Queen, who presided over a 1,000-year-old institution, took her responsibility extremely seriously. Under her rule, she endorsed each birth announcement. Why did she reject signing for Archie's? The fact that 4 doctors approved all the births in Cambridge but none of the births for the sexes raises some pretty odd questions. All the Welsh children, in my opinion, were born at St Mary's, as were POW and Harry Rozaki, who were born at Portland Hospital, a facility that is, of course, owned by Americans. Eugenie and Beatrice were both delivered at Portland Hospital, and their birth announcements were given the same order as the others. The absence of signatures on Archie's is really strange, most likely because the OBGYNs didn't want to put their names to a document certifying that Meghan gave birth to a child who was actually a surrogate. The primary distinction between other royal kids and Archie is that whereas the others have typed signatures, Archie's do not. For the royals, all birth and notice dates are handwritten, however, for Archie's, all dates are typed, giving the impression that Wales typed out the entirety of Archie's birth announcement. All royal births follow this template. Unlike Archie's, all other royal births include spaces between the paragraphs. On Archie's and other birth announcements, booking a palace under the crest is widely dispersed but not. The ludicrous birth or miscarriage stories were to blame. Harry said that satisfied me. First off, Meg had geriatric pregnancies, hence, even with an epidural that is an automatic overnight, at least I wasn't permitted to get out of bed by myself for 6 to 8 hours after my epidural wore off due to liability. She couldn't have received 2 epidurals while carrying a geriatric baby, and Walt couldn't have arrived at the hospital 2 hours after giving birth. After 2 hours, she could only go if someone else gave birth. The gas, too. There is no way the nurses could have found it hilarious that Harry used all of the laughing gas and turned their backs on him once more. In addition, a miscarriage cannot be discharged from the hospital for burial under a tree at home.